It was a week ago. The family witch came to us. They had a 4-5-year-old daughter. She gnawed a large red apple he had taken from the fruit bowl with his front teeth like a mouse. "Anna, what a beautiful apple Allah has created, isn't it?" I asked. She stopped apple biting.
"Did Allah create this apple?" she asked.
"Yes," I said. "Like all fruits, that apple was created by Allah and special for you." After these words, different questions began. In fact, I slowly began to feel where the end of the work would go.
"What about oranges?
Allah created oranges too.
Cherries? Nuts? Mandarins?"
Of course Allah created all of them.
Pears? One more. Watermelon?
The little girl passed from the world of plants to the world of animals before another fruit came to her mind.
Birds? Ducks?
Fortunately, she did not count all the birds she knew. But she continued to ask other questions.
Clouds?
Allah created the clouds too. She enjoyed the ask different. She laughs jokingly before each question and enjoys it as if she's pushed me into a corner every time. No one could silence this little pretty, which now turned work into complete fun.
Trees? The mountains? What about fish? People? Dogs? My mother, my father? My grandfather or grandmother?
After counting the names of many other things, she pasted the final question I said will ask in a moment.
Good. So Allah created everything. Then, who created Allah?
So let's answer her now. Of course I have an answer to give her, but the main thing was to be able to understand this answer in a way that the little girl could understand. As I was gathering my thoughts and preparing to answer, the little girl's father quickly replied, "Ah, my daughter, you weren't asked such a question? And don't worry, I'm sure. Don't worry, I'm sure." This question came to the little girl's mind once. What can he do? Since this question came to her mind, she should have asked it. I took her small hands and pulled her closer to me. Looking into her eyes, "Well done. What a clever girl you are." I said that her eyes and hair are very beautiful. Like all little girls, she was embarrassed at the moment and a little proud. Oh, of course, he would listen to what I had to say after so many compliments. "Look," I said, "Allah created all these things that you count. But no one created him. Because he is Allah and is not created. He created everything." My answer was short, but I thought it was enough. The little girl's response was also extremely short. But that was enough for a 4-year-old girl. The little girl did not ask me anything else. I know that the answer I gave to that little girl will not be enough for you. Let's just say I've been confused by asking such a question. So it's the main thing to find an answer that satisfies you, isn't it? In fact, the answer I gave to the little girl is enough for this question. Allah is the creator of all things. But he was not created. But you will want to give some examples to fully understand this answer. Well, in a scientific book I have read 2 great examples on this subject. I think those examples are enough. Where does the world get its light from? Of course, from the sun. Where does the moonlight come from? He is also from the sun. Mars? From the sun. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter? From the sun, from the sun, from the sun. Well, where does the sun get its light from? Were you surprised? I repeat my question. Where does it get sunlight from? Of course from nowhere. Because the sun itself is a source of light. He heats and illuminates all the planets. But it does not receive heat and light from anywhere. So, where does the sun get its light from? The nonsense of the question, who created Allah? The meaninglessness of the question never remains. A soldier's order is from a sergeant. He is from a platoon commander, a defense minister, a president. From whom does a head of state take orders? Such a question is not asked. Because if the head of state received an order from someone, he would also fall to the rank of a soldier. When the head of state is mentioned, it does not mean a ruler who receives orders, but a ruler who gives orders. These simple but enlightening examples are, who created Allah? Shows the importance of asking such a question and think of same systematic chain. That's enough for today. Stay healthy.